Hey everyone, I'm Mina Zeta with Sidewalker Daily, and in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some ideas that you can implement right away to start making more money on Instagram subscriptions. Now, how many of you guys have Instagram subscriptions? Let me know in the comments below. Do you already have this set up? Because a lot of the creators that I work with want to explore subscriptions a bit more, right? Because everyone's really excited about Instagram monetization and ways that creators can monetize. Now, if you're new to my channel, you may not know this already, but when it comes to monetizations, I particularly love talking about brand deals and all things like helping creators pitch to brands. That's my special sauce. But I also understand that we have to always kind of look at different ways to also monetize. And I think Instagram, knowing that creators want to monetize, decided to put together subscriptions. And I have a whole video on Instagram subscriptions over here if you want to take a look at that when you're done with this. But I think Instagram's decided to put subscriptions because they knew monetization was important. So in today's video, I want to help the creators that come to my channel monetize. And I want to go ahead and give you guys some ideas of how you can implement Instagram subscriptions right away. Now, before I do, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel and like this video. It helps us keep creating content for you guys. Now, the first thing I think when it comes to having a subscription, why should people pay you monthly? Why should they pay you extra every month? The most thing that comes to mind is exclusivity, right? Creating some sort of space where you are giving your audience exclusive content, not content that can be seen elsewhere. So when you are deciding what type of content to put out, don't put stuff that you're putting on Shorts or TikTok. Make it completely different. And this is a great incentive for people that are following you, that want that extra bit more, to go ahead and follow you. So maybe it's exclusive photos before it's published, right? Or you're showing behind the scenes content. Or maybe you did something, at an event and you're not posting it on your feed, but you're only doing it to your subscriptions. Again, it's always thinking, how do I make it exclusive and special for the people who are paying me? Because that's my true, those are your true fans. That's your true following. Anyone that's subscribing to you on Instagram subscriptions, those are your people. So you want to make sure you're delivering. So a second idea I have for you guys is providing tutorials and workshops. Now, I know we don't think of Instagram particularly as a place that you go to, binge a tutorial, but let's just say you're in a specific niche and you want to show the how-to. You could say, you know what, sign up for my subscription, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my Instagram. And by doing so, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I built this out. So let's just say you're, a creator and you never do your beauty routine, but you're showing that tutorial. Maybe it's something people always ask you and you're going to only give that tutorial to your subscribers, right? People that are subscribing to your Instagram. Or maybe it's a workshop, something that's a little bit longer in nature, something that teaches some sort of component where you're I'm going to use this space and make it sacred and teach you guys something. Now, an idea I think works really well on Instagram subscriptions is doing personalized Q&A. So you could do this in so many different ways. You could have your audience emailing you questions and you get on and answer them ahead of time, or maybe it's your top questions you get, on your YouTube channel, or top questions that you get on another channel and you're saying, hey, go out of my Instagram subscriptions to hear the top responses, right? And that's a way to drive traffic from your other channels to your Instagram. Answering questions, whether maybe it's in your blog comments or again, those things that you always get asked. And anytime that it's personalized Q&A, maybe it's things that you could create some sort of column or some sort of space where you're come ask me questions or ask me anything, and I will be answering them only to those on my Instagram subscription. So again, it creates a little bit of that exclusivity, but it's also giving value because you're answering questions in a place that you don't usually do. Now, if you are a creator interested in monetization and making money as a creator, like I said in the beginning of this video, that's what I do here on this channel. I love all things monetizations, and I love helping creators with brand deals. So if you're a creator that wants to work with a brand this year, pitch content, pitch influence, come to my next free live training. I host them all the time, and you're going to get some real life examples, some role play. You're going to see a lot of great information. So click the link below to learn more how you can register for my next free live training. Now, another way that you may want to consider using Instagram subscription, we talked about that exclusivity piece, but what about early access to things? What if you're a creator that has a course, or you have products, or you're a business that sells stuff? You could either give like a limited time access or say, hey, look, this is what we're launching. You can show them stuff before it hits the public. I think people love this. And by doing this with your subscription community, you're showing them, you're giving them, like, you're letting them in on your business. You're saying, hey, we're about to launch this. You guys get to look at it first. And also it's a great way to kind of get feedback from your community, see what people think, but also, still be able to provide that hidden sense of, value and excitement. Now, this is an interesting idea. I don't know if what you guys think about this, but what about using your subscriptions as an area where you can collaborate with other creators and have them give, different shout outs to your audience member or your top, people that subscribe to your subscriptions. You can always have that as part, like cameos or guest interviews, or you're like, hey, I'm working with this creator, and you're bringing them in, and that creator now is also kind of getting, an access to your community, but your community seeing the people that you also roll with, or the people that you learn from, or the people that you're involved with, right? And kind of bringing in those collaborators to your subscription channel and have them add value as well. Like I said, whether it's through an interview or have them just kind of get on and do their own tutorial or their own learning, whatever, it still is showing your audience that you're going above and beyond by getting other people to contribute and give them, some love back in that subscription. I know we briefly talked about giving your audience early access. You can also give them early discounts, like special discounts. So if you're part of my subscription community, you're going to get X% off. You're going to get this, something, maybe you're going to get a free something with something else. Because now a lot of influencers and creators are building out product lines as well. So this could also be a place that you guys include special discounts to your audience. Now, here's the thing though, all these ideas with subscriptions are great. And I think that if you execute on them, you're going to see results. But just like anything, subscriptions will take time. They're going to take time to build, to nurture, and you yourself as a creator have to get used to it. Like, oh my God, I need to post stories or content, but then I also need to post for my subscription community. It will have a little bit of a learning curve for you, but once you get into it, remember, the grass is green where you water it. Whatever you decide to put your effort into, you're going to see results, but don't expect them overnight. Subscriptions do take time to build, but it is an interesting way to build that sort of steady revenue that you may be looking for as a creator, even though it may be smaller in the beginning, charging a few dollars a month. If you start providing more value in your subscriptions, you can charge more. Like if you're doing tutorials and workshops and things that take long, that price can definitely go up as well. So what do you guys think of this idea so far on Instagram subscriptions? Are you gonna start an Instagram subscription community? What are your thoughts? Do you already have one? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your experience with Instagram subscription, and I will see you guys in the next video.